Have anything we can put on the table? Give me the Yoda head. Actually, I'll save this for the stream.
Could have 3D printed something.
Could have.
I've been 3D printing a lot lately.
Have you really?
Yeah. It actually works. It's amazing. Rick's still with us, though.
Of course. Why wouldn't?
See what I was researching last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think I mostly fixed it. It was the retention screw on the back of it, like where you snap in. Just to make that tighter. And apparently, based on research, only happened to the left pedal. Nice. So there's that.
We have audio up.
Hello. That's all I got.
Should probably look up some stuff.
Yeah.
Like system specs, because that would be interesting. Because this is a modern enough game to have. This is on GOG, but I think it's probably on Steam.
All right, we will do that. Let me get that started. I'll do some tweetering.
New and improved Coke Zero.
We've seen that before.
We have?
Yeah, it was on one of the MSIs. Remember we had like the 19 MSI laptops here? Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? I feel great about it. System specs.
So why do they design the cans so that the label faces at a weird angle when you're drinking out of it? Wouldn't you want it to face that way when you're drinking out of it, from a marketing perspective?
But then that faces you? I don't know the answer to that. Look how big the zero is on that.
Wow, that's Coke Real Zero.
Test.
Yeah, your audio is good.
Okay. I don't hear any of his audio.
Right.
Game audio, I meant.
You want to make sure gameplay's fine?
Okay, go into it real quick. Lots of people. Yeah. I don't hear anything.
I could go down by
in.
about 20%. Up a little more. That's good. Right there.
There it goes. It works once I plugged in the cable.
Yeah, that generally helps.
Ooh. Let me check the chat. Chickity check the chat.
Chickity check.
Don't check.
I need to take the paddles off of this controller for this game. Because it just keep moving the camera.
Oh, those move the,
Well, one of them does. That's the one I keep hitting.
All right,
you can take it off pretty quick, can't you?
Yeah, it just magnets off.
Well, then take it off then.
I will. I'm wrecking people now.
I keep trying to type Fallout 2, and that's not correct.
This is such a great game.
So.
Hey, Ken?
Yeah.
You're on fire.
Yeah, I know. I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
What'd you say, Alan? Things are on fire?
This flash is so hot, it's on fire.
I placed. Let's get started. Ready to go?
Your headset's audio good on the game audio?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, we're good.
You know what? Yeah, there we go. Start with that. Here we go. 3, 2. Hey, everybody. It's time for PCPer Plays. And today, we're going to play FlatOut 2. And I enunciate that on purpose because I have mistyped and misspoke Fallout 2 several times.
That'd be a much different experience, I think.
It'd be a very different game. So today, we're going to play FlatOut 2. We don't have a box in front of us this time.
Jim's such a slacker.
Jim did not apparently buy a retail box version of this. Instead, we've got a 3D printed Yoda head sitting here. So I mentioned before I wanted to bring something up in regards to Yoda. I was extremely proud of my daughter this morning because I was wearing this T-shirt and I picked her up out of bed or whatever, and she pointed at this character here who is and I don't remember her name, the woman from Kill Bill who gets her arm cut off. Anybody remember?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember her name. I just call her the girl from Kill Bill. And Emmeline seemed satisfied with that answer. And then I pointed to the character in the middle and I said, "Who is this?" And she said Doya instead of Yoda, but she clearly knew.
She knows how
what we were
Yoda
going
speaks.
through. That's true. Yeah. Because I mentioned that as well because we had a 3D printed BB-8 that is now one of her favorite toys that she just carries around. Not great because it has some sharp edges on the bottom, but we do what we can. So in this show, guys, we basically sit here and we play a game and talk with the chat for a little while. No?
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what we do here.
We pretend to play games. Last week I played Dark Forces, which was painful to play in its original quality settings from 1995. We're moving up a little bit to 2006 with the release of FlatOut 2. This is I'm going to put racing game because it seems to be much more about destruction and catching things on fire. And
Thank God, really.
There's a destruction derby mode and stuff like that.
Oh,
right?
there's some modes.
There's some modes in this. Apparently, this version of the game, the notable change, other than like tire grip and blah 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 technical things, was a drastic shift in the ragdoll effects.
That's really what you want from this game.
I did watch a video earlier today where somebody ran into a traffic cone and the car flipped. Right? So that's really the type of experience we're looking to have here today, guys. Yes, the ragdoll physics in the sequel have been greatly updated, according to the Wikipedia page. Came out in June of 2006. It is available on Steam. We're playing this on GOG, right? This is
yeah, I think so.
Jim's GOG version of this game.
Yeah.
FlatOut 2, you can actually pick it up on Steam for $2.49 if you would like to do so. And then Ken wanted to bring up the system requirements for this. 256 megabytes of RAM.
Check.
Okay. A 64 meg asterisk video card. The asterisks, it supports GeForce FX 5 and 6 series, as well as ATI Radeon 9600 Pro and XT.
It's worth noting this is the way it's meant to be played game.
It is.
There's a splash screen at the beginning.
That's probably towards the beginning of that whole program, honestly. 2 gigahertz Pentium 4 or AMD 2000 plus processor, DirectX compatible sound card, 3.5 gigs of hard drive space, DX9C, TCP/IP required for LAN party. This is what it says. I don't know. Broadband connection required.
Yeah.
So let's jump into it. Let's see what we got. So we're playing again on the Asus ROG Zephyrus.
Just totally the right platform.
Should be a little bit of overkill, probably. GTX 1080 Max-Q design GPU. And you were using an Xbox controller for the controls on this.
There's a bit of a problem with that.
What's that?
The menus don't have controller support, so I have to use the keyboard to get through the menus.
Okay. All right.
So that's
we didn't want to hook up the racing wheel for this. Probably not even racing wheel compatible. Yeah, might not be.
It barely supports controller mapping.
That's fair.
Like default, acceleration is forward on the stick. So I had to map that to the triggers.
Wait, say that again?
Acceleration by default with controller is forward on the left stick.
No, that's not good. That's not good, guys.
Yeah. Let's just do a single race to start out, I guess.
I think a single race is a good idea for us to see some of the physics involved in this game.
Keep trying to use the controller.
Yeah, don't use the controller yet. Not until you see the car. So if anybody in the chat has any like trivia knowledge or special experiences with this game, feel free to bring them up.
We haven't ever really played this game. This was Jim's suggestion.
This was Jim's suggestion. So we know last week everybody wanted us to play Interstate 76, and Jim spent a significant amount of time trying to get that to work, but there were stability issues and compatibility issues.
Yeah, I know he was like researching different wrappers for the Glide API on Windows 10.
Yeah, and apparently because like part of the engine depended on the clock of the CPU, and the clock speeds were so fast, the game is running at some super accelerated rate.
I think we'll be able to fix it and get back to it at some point, but just
if they sell it on Steam still, right? Shouldn't it? I mean, you would have thought, oh my. So we're on this is a rally race. clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on dirt. A good sense of. Watch those trees.
Losing it, losing it.
No. Oh no. Okay. Nope.
Look at those
everything's
water
good.
effects, though.
Is that water?
I don't know.
A tree's on your car.
Oof.
Yeah. White Zero thought at first we were talking about 256 megs of graphics memory, which wouldn't be that far ago, but we're talking about 256 megs of system memory.
Yeah, I mean, this was like a 360 game in that era, I think.
Are
Or
we
at least
running it at a
eventually-
stretch aspect ratio?
I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know the answer
It
to
should
that.
be a 16:9 game, I think.
No.
The UI may look a little, it looks a little stretchy, but I don't think the
I agree.
gameplay does.
Dur says in the comments, this looks pretty good.
Yeah.
For 2006.
I mean, this is
I would agree
fully
with that.
maxed, obviously,
Yeah.
but there aren't a whole lot of IQ settings. I don't know what the reset
There's our
button is.
ragdoll physics. Wait, that was that ghost mode for a moment, I guess?
Yeah, I think Y on the controller's map. To
Yeah,
reset.
I think you're right.
Don't reset it before we see the full result of the ragdoll physics, though. That's an important aspect of the title.
I was just more concerned about finding the reset
Yeah,
button in that
fair
particular
enough.
one. I think I have a roll cage.
Yeah, good thing.
I think A is handbrake and
B
X
is boost.
B is boost. Yeah.
Yeah. X is
B for
change
boost.
view.
Ugh. I could never play racing games like this.
I'll play Sims like this, or the down the hood view, but arcade games, you gotta play the helicopter cam.
There was a good discussion I saw, maybe I heard it was on the Giant Bombcast or something like that, about they were playing PUBG and they were debating the value of the first person and the third person.
Yeah.
And, some people, that's pretty good physics on that. Oh.
Couldn't tell if there's a ramp there or not.
No.
Yeah, that's what I decided.
The value and like benefit of first person versus third person in something like PUBG,
Yeah.
where there was a mentality of the first person being the hardcore, like the true, like the sim mode.
No.
And then there's the counterpoint was that, yes, first person simulates what it's like to look through your eyes in that mode, but in reality, you always have more spatial sense of what's going on than the field of view that these
Sure.
games give you. If the game were in VR, really good VR, good audio cues and
God.
stuff, that might be an accurate statement, but I still feel like, the fact that you can kind of see around a corner a little bit when you're in third person, I understand the issue there.
Yeah.
But I do think you have more of a sense of what's
And I don't-
around the corner
yeah.
or in your periphery than you get in a first-person shooter.
And I mean, like, an appropriate FOV could fix a lot of that, right?
yeah,
Like,
and you get like fisheye differences. Really, what you want is a 21:9 monitor that is
Oh, yeah, I didn't
correctly
lose.
mapped. Right, so,
So there's that.
7 out of 8. So
Or
that
definitely
was,
not
it was
retrying
simply
that.
a lapse of, okay.
I keep trying to use the controller.
It seems to go through these menus pretty quick too. They're loading very fast.
Ooh, special tracks.
Yeah, Gert Tractor mentions that it's very hard to tell sense of your own space, like if you are partly exposed from cover when you're in first-person mode in a
Yeah.
game. Where in third person you can clearly see. And in real life, you have a sense of where all of your body parts are at any given time. Most of the time, depending on what else you may be doing at the instant.
We're gonna do a NASCAR race, all left turns.
Ugh. Can you drive backwards? Yes.
I'll try that once I start losing. Robin's racing.
Anthony Pettit says, in life, I carry a selfie stick so I can do in real life in third person.
I forget who I saw do a video like that a couple years ago, but they mounted a camera behind a car and did the simulation of like
Driving it like this.
GTA style camera driving like this with like a
Oh.
camera and wireless
A little
video
wobbly,
link.
not rear-wheel drive car you got.
I will say the sensitivity on the sticks doesn't feel quite right. I don't know if it's too
think it's
sensitive
like-
or not sensitive enough.
Well, you're definitely clicking it. What happens if you just barely move it? Can you do it?
It's kind of
You're
doesn't
basically
do.
treating it like a D-pad.
I know, but if I barely move it, it doesn't do a whole lot.
Maybe it is emulating a D-pad for all I know.
It might be.
I mean, Xbox controllers were out by then, right?
Well,
the 360 came out
launched in 2006.
Yeah,
So
260, 2006.
it was a different era of PC ports.
Stressed Out Cat points out that the reason people play racing games in first person is because so you can see the car drift left or right faster. In third person, the camera drift that most racing games implement negates that, so you spin out more in sim racing games. It's interesting. Thank you very much, by the way, Stressed Out Cat, for the Sidewinder. We haven't...
And delicious cookies.
And the cookies, yes. Ken had some with his coffee this morning.
True.
Did you eat the coconut ones?
They were like the...
Walnut?
Yeah, the walnut ones.
So far, I've only had the banana ones, but they were really good.
The banana ones were
very
my
good.
favorite so far.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, if you go to the YouTube channel, we posted it yesterday. Stressed Out Cat sent us the Sidewinder force feedback, as well as, and maybe just as importantly,
maybe more importantly,
local cookies from the Netherlands. So they're good. And now our whole snack room is stocked with them. They're on the top of the refrigerator now.
4th out of 8. That's not bad.
That's all right. That's all right for your left turns. Burnout Paradise would be another good one to follow up with this in some time frame.
That is one of my all-time favorite games.
Yes, here are the cookies. We've got, he brought the coconut style and the cocoa/chocolate.
Ooh, cocoa.
Nadiri. Yeah. No, we're good.
All right,
We're good.
So enough screwing around with this racing stuff. We're going to the real reason you play this game.
Alan Pro Gamer says
That can't be true.
we need to have an Alan versus Ken to see who the true master gamer is.
Alan's wearing a shirt right now that says "gamer" in the GTA font.
I'm
I
a
just
little,
wanted that to be known.
disappointed I wasn't even included in the discussion.
Does that mean they think you're better or worse at games than us? Like you're naturally a winner in that competition, or you're naturally a loser? It's got to be either one, right? You're gonna have to get real close to get into the frame here.
That was just awkward.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me look. Somebody's asking what processors were top of the line in 2006. I'm gonna look up.
I mean, that's like P4, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
That's very end of that, I think.
The button mapping changed since last time I played this.
Uh-oh.
No, we're fine.
August 2006 was the release of the Core 2 Duo.
Oh, okay.
So
I really
that
checked
started.
that one
That's
out.
really where the turnaround for Intel started.
I mean, the Core Duo is kind of where it started.
Yeah. That was in January of 2006, and that was the mobile part. The first desktop part was in August of 2006.
Okay, so now I know how that works again.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
There you go.
oh my.
We're just probably gonna have to restart this event.
I mean, it seems pretty good so far.
I'm supposed to go up.
Oh, your body didn't go up.
Yeah, it's about height,
It went down. Okay.
not length.
Oh, Stressed Out Cat corrects me. These cookies are from Iran. Okay. Not sure how easy they would get into America due to the embargo. Well, now
We know.
I'm worried that somebody's going to come take my cookies from me. Huh. I didn't even look at any of it says right in the box, made in Iran.
Oh. I keep forgetting you have to hold this button.
Huh. Neat. Sugar, wheat flour, vegetable oil, peanut powder, glucose, starch, egg, milk powder, cocoa powder,
That's how you make a cookie.
vanilla.
E8400 represent. Someone said it, White Zero said in the chat. That's a processor I haven't thought about in a while, but that was a very popular processor. Here we go.
I'm sorry,
This
how
is
did
what
you
I
release your
wanted.
body?
I just, did it.
Huh. There's just an eject button, huh?
Yeah. It's actually the turbo button turns into an eject button in these events, which is probably kind of fitting.
I don't know. We're not going to play Hellblade today. Oh, Oh.
And you get some aftershock control there. You can do an extra little nudge at the end.
We're not going to play Hellblade today. We did run through the first level of it when we did our Vega testing. It's impressive looking. Yes, there says 10 years from now, when PCPer plays 2017 games,
Yeah.
Threadripper will be the new hotness that we talk about. Oh, I remember when Threadripper came out? You only had 16 cores on a processor then. Can you believe that? We're at a 1280 now.
Now we have qubits. No.
Oh, that's gonna. Oh no.
The angle was too steep.
Oh. So when I was reading about the ragdoll physics, I thought only for like accidents while racing. Not true.
No.
What is this mode called?
This is stunt mode. This is only one of the games in stunt mode. This is really the real seller of the FlatOut games. I remember wanting to play the original FlatOut and never owning it, but like
That's pretty
this was the
good.
attractive
Yeah. Oh yeah.
attractive mode.
I mean, your score is low compared to everybody
Yeah,
else.
I'm kind of bad at it.
How do you adjust the angle of
You
ejection?
hold down the eject button and it.
Oh, I see.
But you only
Oh,
get one
okay.
pass at it. It
I
doesn't
see
come
the angle on
back,
the left.
which kind of screws me up a little bit. So I mean, I assume you want like a 45, right? For trajectory.
I don't know.
You have a little bit of forward velocity. So
Oh. Does that count as 100 or 80? It's like half and half.
91.8, 1.08.
Oh, okay.
So it's
You're
granular.
slowly oozing down.
Slowly getting better. All right, let's check out the other stunt modes.
Ken, can you keep us updated on your headphones? I like them, but there's reports of cracking headbands.
Huh. I've had
see
mine
it.
since May, and I don't notice anything. I don't use them super heavy. I mean, I use them, I don't know, a couple times a week at the office here, but I haven't noticed any build quality issues. Skip the tutorial.
We don't need to learn how to play. No,
It's-
okay.
it's
I'm
pretty
just going to
straightforward.
watch. Oh, those are bowling balls. It seems like you're letting go too early. There's plenty of space left. Oh, I see. It's bowling.
There's a foul line. Well, okay.
Oh.
This wouldn't be PCPer Plays with Ken playing if we were bad. Or if we were good.
I
at
mean,
things.
I didn't exactly light it up on Dark Forces, but I had cheats and stuff to back
True.
me up.
I don't know if there are any cheats for this game.
I guess I can look.
I don't know what I would get, really. Oh, that was way too much of an angle.
You know, searching the internet for cheats for games is like the worst process in the world.
I'm going at too steep
You
of
find
an
almost
angle.
as much garbage as when you're looking up other things on the internet. You know what I mean? You know
Not
what I mean?
really sure which one you're talking about.
Let's see.
say
FlatOut
no more.
two
Say no
cheats.
more.
Yeah. Probably safer that way.
Well, that is GameSpot, so I think it'll probably be
Yeah,
fairly
yeah.
safe.
Let's see. I don't know what any of these do. Do you need all tracks, all cars, and 1,000,000 credits? The flat mobile car, an ice cream truck,
What is this? Twisted
Pempster
metal?
car, rocket car, school bus, and truck. Those are the cheats I can get
Man,
you.
I'm not good
Could you
at
knock
this.
down one pen at least for us?
No, apparently not.
I'm gonna be disappointed. Come on.
Pressure's on.
There you go. I like it. I like this one. This one's gonna be good. Yeah.
Oh, those are very,
Wow.
very sticky
wow,
pins.
Very bottom heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I did it.
Good fireworks.
I'm not that far behind.
So it's not a
to be
full
honest.
bowling thing because there's
It's
just
5
5
frames.
rounds. Okay.
Which is kind of a lot for this mini game, to be honest. Doing this 10 times.
Oh. Too high.
You just have no velocity whatsoever.
Oh man. Jeremy wants to know if I'm driving backwards yet. I'm not. Yeah.
I mean, you could try your hand at this if you think I'm so awful.
Ryan, can you confirm that RX Vegas 64's $499 price tag was a launch-only introductory offer? I cannot actually confirm that. What do I want to say about that? The truth is, AMD doesn't really get to set pricing at the end of the day. They can make suggestions, they can make stern suggestions, but it's actually illegal for them to force partners and resellers to sell at a certain price. That is why MSRPs are a thing. It is a suggested retail price. What it would be an important metric.
I'm really jacked that.
What would be the important metric to look at would be if AMD were raising its price to partners. And I've had a couple conversations with people today, and my understanding is that they are not raising prices to their customers. So then if prices do go up, you're simply looking at normal market adjustments, that's gonna be a good one, or not.
Those
Wow,
pins
that is rough.
are rigged.
Normal market adjustments because of lack of availability and or high demand, right, or a combination thereof. So I do not believe it's true. It is not a launch only kind of price, something that they planned. I also have, and I haven't been a chance to write this up yet, but I'll just say it since, I don't know, those of you who are watching get great new information, that there was a slight delay getting the initial round of stock of Vega cards. So that's why there was so few that launched yesterday.
Hey, I tied for last.
Quote, within a few days, there will be a significant quantity of Vega 64 cards in the market. We'll have to see how that pans out and what the definition of significant is. I'm not allowed to talk about actual numbers on anything. But, uh-oh, that's not good. No. Good thing there's a Tiger Woods aftertouch. Or it doesn't matter.
Everyone's a
I forgot
hater.
what else I was going to say now. But yeah, the bundles. If you look at, the other thing I was angry / inquiring about was the fact if you go to Newegg, you can apparently buy these cards in the bundles, but they're required bundles. They're forcing you to buy a motherboard or a processor or a monitor, a motherboard, and a processor. And the whole idea of the Radeon packs was that it was not a requirement for you to buy those things to get the cards at the elevated price. You just had the option to get them for that with the discounts. My understanding from talking with AMD is that, you know, if a vendor decides to put things in a bundle, that's totally up to them, but that should not be branded as the Radeon pack, as the Radeon pack has a very strict non-requirement portion to it. So I don't know if it's confusion, if it's ambivalence, I don't know if it's, you know, Newegg just understanding that demand was going to be high, so they wanted to take advantage of that and have higher ASPs, average selling prices, for their total orders. We'll see. I kind of get the feeling that AMD is not happy about Newegg branding them Radeon packs, and I would expect that to change in the near future. It would be cool if RX Vega cards were available. I agree that.
But they're available. You just have to buy them in large bundles from Newegg.
Yeah, the Vega 64 embargo is over.
And
You
the
can read
56
the
embargo.
review of the Vega 64 and the Vega 64 Liquid and the Vega 56 on PCPer.com right now.
That's a lot of Vegas.
It's 3 Vegas. Actually, and I have 6 Vegas in the office. You can see a picture of them. 1 black, 1 silver, 2 black, 1 silver, 2 blue, 1 gold.
2, not the same blue. Yeah, too steep of an angle.
Folostan says the official launch partner store has packs here. What is here and what is that launch partner? I'm just curious.
Ah.
I mean, the truth is when pricing, that's not going to be good. Oh.
And you're supposed to get over that.
I want a steeper angle than I was doing, not a shallower one.
Right. That means hold the button longer. Right?
I was trying a more shallow approach.
Okay. The truth is like companies like AMD and NVIDIA, when they're trying to, if they want to influence the price of video cards, because they don't actually sell them, well, NVIDIA's case they do, that's maybe too high.
Yeah. You know, you just got to test the limits.
AMD doesn't really today. The truth is they don't actually get to control the price directly. So they do things like rebates, or they'll say, hey, you know, we've got this MDF allotment. You know, it's probably common to say, hey, we really need this price to be $4.99 at launch. And even if your competitors are going to sell it for $5.99 or, you know, $5.49, we'll help you out in this other way if you help us out by making sure that we can hit that there's something selling at that MSRP. So those types of things happen all the time when prices drop on video cards after they've been released. It's very often rebates and adjustments that occur after the fact. You get into a whole lot of financials and how the big company accountants kind of balance these things. So it doesn't affect how they're reporting. It doesn't affect a bunch of stuff that way. But it's not great. Or I mean, it's not that it's not great. It's that it's very complex. So that's gonna be a good one. You just get one grunt.
Yeah.
Per ejection. All right.
There are a lot of these mini games in here, but I think they all kind of amount to the same thing.
Chris NM wants me to fill the Threadripper test bench with PCIe slots with as many Vegas as possible. I believe the answer would be 4 from physical. However, I don't know if I use the 2 liquid cooled that we have. Each of those technically recommends a 1,000-watt power supply, so I'm not sure how well that would work.
Just daisy chain power supplies. That's what miners do.
Yeah. Oh.
I should have watched the tutorial on this one. I have no idea what you're actually supposed to do. But I got a score of 0.
I think you're supposed to keep driving.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
I mean, there's a road there. It seems to make sense.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Ken, are you holding forward mid-air? I think that slows you down in the air. Minimal adjustments to flight paths.
Oh, man. Everything has changed.
He has destroyed the structure. Oh.
You have to do the nudge before it let you end the round, which is pretty great. Okay, don't hold forward. Got it.
That's what the chat says.
It's worth a shot.
So which game had the first time where you had you could take the view of the screen and put it on a TV screen? Was that Unreal 1?
What are you talking about? What words are you saying?
When you start, there's a TV in the game that shows the screen on the TV. You could nest the view.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
On the left, as you go down the ramp.
Okay. Okay, yes, I see that.
TV showing the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
And was that Unreal?
Oh, the first time they did that projection?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That does make you go way faster, I think.
Yeah, that's very nice.
I'm unstoppable now.
I just watched this past Sunday's Game of Thrones, so this is apt with all the fiery stuff.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I could do separate power supplies. That's true.
Well, I think I might have missed my target a little bit.
Commodore 64 next video.
It's a video featuring Alan.
We don't have any Commodore 64s.
Alan, you got a C64? See? Told you.
Pilo
Wait,
asks,
is it mining if it's in your head? That's where you keep all your mining computers.
It's got quite the low hash rate.
1 hash per... That would be way too much. I know. 1 hash per annum.
Pilo asks if did we run Vega IPI with the RX drivers? So the RX drivers that the media were sent and the ones that are publicly available, I think, do not support Vega FE Frontier Edition. However, there was a new Vega Frontier Edition driver released yesterday as
beta
well.
driver.
A beta
You have to go
driver,
to the beta tab.
17.76?
17.82.
17.82? Okay.
17.81 is
And
the
that driver
other one
doesn't
we
work
tested.
on RX Vega, but does work on Vega FE.
That first time was so great.
Yeah. It's all about being straight at the end. And Ken just ran a quick spot check test on the new driver on the Vega Frontier Edition, and it essentially brings the Vega Frontier Edition up to matching the RX Vega levels of performance. So there's that. I don't know what you're doing different now. You got like 7 that one time. Oh.
Yeah. One and done.
Or AKA Ronan, is there any PCB difference between Vega 64 Air and Vega 64 Liquid, or any BIOS difference that prevents the Vega 64 Air to reach the speeds of the Liquid version? Are the power limits the same? So first question, there are no PCB differences that we found between the Vega Liquid and the Vega Air, whether it be Frontier Edition or RX. And there are BIOS differences because the Liquid Edition cards can only be increased like to a temperature target of up to 70 C, whereas the air-cooled cards have a temperature target as high as 85 C. And you cannot move the Liquid card up to the same 85 C temperature target, which is, you know, interesting / odd. The reason they do that is because they don't want you to try to push the amount of voltage it would be required to input to the GPU to get the GPU to 85 C with the liquid cooler would be really, really high. So I think they're just trying to prevent any damage from that. So the differences that prevent the Vega 64 Air from reaching liquid version is that temperature. The blower style air cooler is not good enough to get you to the same perf levels, even overclocked. Unless you crank that fan up to 100%, but you are going to regret that if you do that.
It's a loud fan.
So what looks like, are we in a traditional destruction derby here now?
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what the rules are, to be honest.
Hit the other car, probably.
Yeah, that's the assumption I'm operating
Power
on.
hit. Oh. Get off the
Ramp. Oh, wrong button.
Oh, nice. Put on the brakes and he flew right by. I'm kind of just exploring the ideas of this now, but apparently the VBIOSes are locked down tighter on Vega than they were on Polaris or anything before that.
Yeah.
Making modifications of the VBIOS impossible, like they're signed
let's not
per
say
product.
impossible.
Well, presently impossible. The same tools and processes that worked on Polaris do not work on Vega.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Oof.
No, White Zero, we're not going to install any widescreen fixes for our run-through of FlatOut 2.
Well, this is a pure speed run. No mods. Any
Gert
percent.
Tractor wants to know if we could play against each other on LANs on these live shows. Maybe in the future. We're still trying to figure that out. Right now,
I think.
we were trying to work out the technical difficulties of having one computer
Yeah.
captured.
Yeah.
And now we've got that seemingly worked. We both have stereo audio. Apparently the audio works. We'll see if our interlacing is gone or not. I don't know what happened there.
I think sometime sooner than later we need to do UT 2004.
I'm trying to get Asus to send us another Zephyrus.
Well, we don't need a Zephyrus to do that. We need.
I'm trying to
Any
get
computer.
Asus to send us another Zephyrus.
Just saying. We can run it on that X1 carbon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, I'm wrecked. Riggedy wrecked.
I'll have to install that before I go on a big trip with my daughter. No time to go to Disney. I've got to play UT 2004. Any plans to test the max storage performance on Threadripper?
I don't know,
Probably.
Alan. Oh,
Probably.
that crashed.
Oh,
Or no, it just
we'll just minimize.
minimized. I don't know, Alan. Do we?
He's occupied. Yeah, Gert, you're right. If we could play each other if we can only see one screen. I think what
That
we'll
was
do
sweet.
is we can probably use like a network capture for the second one. It won't be as high quality. Right now we're doing direct HDMI output out of the machine, which is why it's clean when you see it. But there is still a good amount of tearing, I think, isn't there?
There's a little bit of tearing, but it's
We should just
not
too
too
We
bad.
need to go into the system and just enable VSync
This is a 120 hertz display,
and set it to 60 hertz.
but I want the buttery smoothness.
It just will make it better for the home audience. Well, somebody blew it up
Can I
pretty
get
good.
the F out of here?
So you do get knocked out all the way in this one, huh? All right.
Presumably you die because your car explodes.
That's a pretty good assumption.
Yeah, if we don't have to worry about audio sync, then we can bring in as many video streams as you want. Up to
Through
4?
NDI, you mean?
I want
Yeah.
40.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Beowulf cluster of multiplayer.
We're gonna run UT 2004 and a bunch of Raspberry Pis.
I mean, that could be an interesting use for the other project that we've been flirting around with, building a Threadripper system, having 4 computers with 4 cores each, and
Yeah.
virtualizing, 4 GPUs through and have one machine that we power them all through.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. We could probably do something like that.
Have outside people connect, like have Josh
Yeah.
connect to our cloud,
Right.
roll your own cloud gaming server.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Now you're testing the cloud gaming side of things as well.
Could you roll your own cloud gaming service for your friend if you're just that nice of a guy
That's the intent.
and want to justify your Threadripper purchase?
Justify it, and you have you're buying a new GPU, so use the old GPU for your friend's pass through.
Oof.
Ouch.
I'm not dead yet.
Your engine is on fire.
I'm not dead yet.
Drive in circles and wait for them to destroy
That's
each other.
exactly what I'm gonna do.
Car doesn't sound great.
I'm not dead yet.
So you can check the screen above you and see if anybody's behind you.
Oh, you just. I'm actually impressed at how well that works. Like, that video is running decently well.
We again are on a quad-core hyper-threaded Intel 7th generation processor
You can project 2 views in
from
that.
2017.
I got bored and I wrecked.
That's not great. The stream is in, are we streaming out at 60 or 30 FPS?
We're at 30, I believe.
Oh, really? We should try 60
Should.
at some point. Wyoming internet would be a bottleneck. It's true.
Yeah, just give us more ammunition to make fun of it. This game is really fun, especially for like $2.50.
Yeah. Shingara asks, what do you think about Vega and the features that aren't enabled yet,
Ah.
and what difference those features could make? Give me more detail on what features you're talking about.
HBCC.
And you can enable it,
Yep.
and they claim they claim it might have performance benefits in games that are trying to use more than 8 gigs of graphics memory. But they only claim that it might, not that they showed us data
And no games
one
that
way or the other. Yeah. I imagine if they had a really good data point, they would have shared
need
it
to get an 8K display.
specifically with us.
Ken, does the Quad 2 support 1080 60?
Yes.
It does?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be able to output the other card at 1080p 60. Fine.
Yeah, then we can try 60 next time.
Yeah.
Shingara says HPCC, which we just kind of referenced, rasterization that is half enabled. So the rasterization differences that I think people are looking for, if they're disabled, there's a reason it's disabled. It's either more power hungry or the performance benefit they're getting is null, right? Like, or it's just not working in the thing. Do I think it'll have any effect on perf down the road? I don't know. You know, and when NVIDIA did its rasterization change with Maxwell, I guess,
Yeah,
it was
Maxwell.
more of a power efficiency improvement. And don't get me wrong, Vega could clearly use anything it can get in terms of power efficiency improvements. But I don't know how much it's really going to affect perf-wise. Rapid packed math, so FP16 math, I think is a really neat feature that isn't enabled for any content today. No games really utilize it. Essentially, for what it is, it's going the wrong way. I like it. So it allows you to run half precision math instead of full precision math, which is fine for some visual effects. Basically, if you can round with half the number of digits and you don't see any fundamental changes in the output of the game for a particular shader or whatever, you can do that. And AMD's implementation of FP16 is 2-to-1, meaning you can essentially double the number of operations per second if you're doing FP16 instead of FP32. You all right over there?
I don't know.
All right. There are games coming out that are going to use it. I believe there is an updated 3D Mark that's going to have FP16 support. I think the Wolfenstein game
Yeah, Wolfenstein
will
2.
have rapid packed FP16 support. Now it'll be interesting there because NVIDIA's GPUs, Pascal, have a very, very bad FP16 performance ratio. Like it's 16 times slower than single precision, so there would literally be no
reason
you
to
would
do
never
it.
enable it on an NVIDIA code path, right? So that would be something worth noting as well. But if games move over to that quickly enough, then it might be an advantage for Vega in the near term. Yeah, you can check the box for HPCC, and it does do something, but it is only useful if you're using more than 8 gigs of system or graphics memory, not system memory.
I wonder if I can bowl better now that I know that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the SRIOV stuff. I honestly do not.
Don't go off the rails, Cam.
Yeah, in terms of, if you look at IPC improvements, Vega over Fury, what was that, Fiji? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fiji. Not what.
The IPC improvements of the NCU over the standard CU are clearly minimal. Like clock for clock, Vega and Fury X are almost identical in performance. So, but what they did do was they adjusted the architecture quite a bit in order to allow the clock speeds to get much higher on the same process technology. So that's not an easy feat. So there's a lot of changes for that. And then when you include double pack math and you include hey,
I got
new
3.
primitive shaders, you'll see improvements in IPC then.
Yeah.
But we just don't see any yet today.
Don't worry, Vega will age like fine wine. Yeah.
In my belly?
No, you don't get that joke?
No, I get it.
Okay.
Yes, Patriot is correct. Oh, did you go too far?
Yeah.
Only the P100 gets double packed math. There is that.
I mean, would we presume that Volta, like G104, would be they'd have double pack math?
I don't know. It depends on how much pressure they feel like the AMD release puts on them, honestly.
It's doing so well.
Yeah, Shankar is just basically asking, why is it using so much more power if it's not doing much with it? Well, I mean, it's getting significantly higher clocks. Like, the Fury X was 1,000 megahertz, and now we're at 1,600 megahertz, right? So 60% more clocks.
And Fury X wasn't a power efficient card to begin with.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. So I mean, and even though you do a lot of work to get to those higher clocks, it doesn't necessarily mean that you get an improvement in. Nice, nice. Oh, come on. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, those pins are rigged.
Yeah, it's like a carnival or something. Did you notice all the events take place in the same stadium? See, like soccer over there, bowling, football, ski jump.
Did you play soccer already?
No.
This looks like, is that a football thing?
Yeah.
Okay. If we remove the original air cooling solution from the Vega 64 Air and stick an AIO liquid cooler or GPU block plus custom loop, we could reach higher performance on the stock Vega 64 liquid. Do you agree?
Maybe.
Maybe. Probably, because you'd be able to set the temperature target to 85 C still.
Sure, but you don't know, like,
You may
the
not get
voltage
much
you would
more.
have to deliver, you
Yeah.
don't know if you could ever.
Yeah. I mean,
that.
you would be allowed to set that in a situation where you're not allowed to set that on the liquid cooled card. So,
But it might not be stable in the least.
oh, it did count that one. All right.
I think I should retire.
From this
Retire
game, at the
on
very
top.
least.
Yeah.
No more bowling.
Well, I got one more frame to go.
Oh, okay. Are you winning?
Probably not. I was doing very poorly. And I also don't know what I did necessarily. I aimed for the top of the pins, which helped, I think.
Gert, that's right. I forgot to point this out. This is a good opportunity. If you enjoy playing PC games, we do have the PCPer virtual LAN party coming up. I think it's August 26th, so like 11 days from now. I believe that's right. If you go to PCPer.com on the homepage, there should be a post about it. If not, go to the forums on PCPer.com and go to the gaming forum, and there will be a sticky at the top there. That is basically where guys will play a bunch of games. Probably not FlatOut 2. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh. That should count for something, right?
Oh, I was like, what happened up there? And there'll be a bunch of different games played. There's TeamSpeak servers, so you can chat and hang out. It's a really cool event. I would highly encourage you guys to go check it out. How much clock can you get if you undervolt Vega 64 to 200 watts? I have no idea. I don't know. Yes, Studio Alex has just put a link to the VLAN news post on PCPer.com. So now you know.
Oh, this is going to go poorly for me. Oh, no. I'm not going to be able to do this.
Look at that. That guy did it.
That guy's a computer.
He's a machine.
I am the machine.
Can you get a touchdown
No.
if you make it all the way?
No, it's a field goal.
There's only the field goal? Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That makes it way better. I know what's going on now.
I think
We're
you should try to get a touchdown. I want to see it.
It's called field goal.
I want to see.
Now that I know you can drive through the people, this will be great. I want to see this game on the Steam bestseller charts this week. Bringing it back. So I don't understand. Like, of course I can do it, because I can drive right up to it.
There's a time associated with it too, so I don't know what the. There's a timer stop when you eject, probably.
Probably.
Or launch, as they call it. No, timer, well, yeah. Nope.
Touchdown. That's how that works, right?
Drive all the way to the end.
Okay.
I need to see it.
Okay.
I need to know.
I think it's just gonna tell me I fail.
UT2K4 vehicular manslaughter. That will be on the list, I'm quite certain. Apparently, online derby is really fun in this game.
I guess we could see if anyone's playing.
You ejected before you got to the end.
I forgot what I was doing. Here you go.
It's going to turn the wheel on you every time you hit something. You're going to need some control. Look at that. Now it's a touchdown. Oh, failed.
Getting
They're
booed.
booing you, yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
It's
Seems
fair.
about right. All right, let's see if anyone's playing online. We'll be
Let's do it.
amazed if
Let's do
anyone is playing online.
Let's see.
Party mode, online. Online? Oh, it's powered by GameSpy. So that's
Probably not going to work. There are 59 recent reviews of this game, FlatOut 2 on Steam, listing it as very positive. 3,300 total reviews, very positive. That's pretty good. About this game. Driving this reckless is no accident. But you might want to cause a few in these high-speed races. Thousands and thousands of objects to annihilate.
Sounds about right.
Mini games gone
limited
wild. Hurl the
experience, yeah.
driver in these 12 crazy challenges.
All right.
You'll never believe
You're
number
playing
3.
one of these. What sport do you want to play?
Wreck your way across parched deserts.
Got high jump, bowling, ski
Give me
jump.
high jump and tell me how the controls work.
So
Gas
right
brake.
trigger to go.
Yep.
B, hold down B to change your angle. Release to eject.
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah. The left stick controls your aftershock, which you shouldn't really touch unless you need to adjust left or right. And B.
Is that the car you used?
Yeah. B again is the like aftershock thing.
Okay.
The little.
You're probably gonna want to look at the laptop.
Yeah, you
because
want to
that-
look at the laptop.
Why?
There's latency in that one.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, this is the tutorial you weren't playing.
I was like, man, I'm doing pretty good. All right, now I'm playing. Can't stop, won't stop.
I don't know why he sticks, is my biggest concern.
I mean, it's like a fly.
Also, that's
Thing?
like the world's worst texture, and I don't think it needs to be that bad.
You'd think if you knew that people were going to see it that much up
That
close,
close, yeah.
you would make it a higher texture. All right, you know what? Now I'm going to try to go around these.
That's just fun. Here.
All right. Do you have to hit enter on that for me to go past this?
I do.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, I feel like you could probably fix that.
Just different mappings.
This is the best mode. That's true. Yeah. Oh, you broke the scaffolding.
Oh, that's a bad one. Oh.
Or is it the best one?
Oh.
Well,
Oh, we
FlatOut2.exe
did
stopped
crash
working.
that time.
It must be bad luck.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. We should probably call it there, right?
Yeah,
That seems about right.
Yeah,
Appropriate.
when the game crashed, that seems really good. Thanks, guys, for joining us. If you have suggestions for our game this coming week, I guess leave them in the comments on the YouTube page.
Yeah.
If you're watching this live, go to the YouTube page and then leave our comment there. Do not recommend Interstate 76 yet. We're still trying to work through on issues for that one. If you see anything behind here that seems interesting, except
2000,
Interstate
I see
76,
that.
maybe Myst, or
Yeah, we should make Alan play Myst.
or none of the Star Trek games though. None of the Star Trek games.
We don't do that here.
We're not gonna do that here. Rocket League was in here. Minesweeper is also a suggestion in the chat room, so we have that to look forward to as well.
Windows Pinball, is that still a thing? We can probably find a version of it. Ski free.
Yeah. All right. That's it. What's that?
I might have to steal that copy of SimCity 2000 on the shelf there.
I don't
It's
think
not mine.
I think you're gonna need to like
Oh, that's Jim's?
download it on GOG or Steam or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
Or they probably maybe it's only on Origin for SimCity.
No, I know SimCity 4 is still on Steam because
Okay.
they're there.
All right. Stressed Out Cat recommends we play MechWarrior 3 or 4 with the Sidewinder.
That'd be fun.
Oh
Yeah.
man, controls on those games are so tough. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining us for our Destruction Derby fun in FlatOut 2. He enunciates correctly. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.